Hi, we're here today with Danielle with Contractors, Inc. Going to ask a few questions about apartment association involvement. Danielle, can you tell me what the benefit of befriending other vendors is within the association?
Sure. So I have quite a few vendors that I'm on committees with, so I see them and talk to them all the time. Not only do we share information back and forth about all the changes that are constantly happening on property sites, but then with sales and with things that are opening up, or I heard this company has this coming up and they need your services for that, or they're looking to get bids for that. We share that information. Most of us aren't direct competitors, and even those that are, it's like when you have your own relationship, I know that they don't work with me, so it might be an area for you to get into, and we share that information. And it's also just really nice because I think this industry is really unique in and of itself. So when you have people who have been in it a lot longer, taking a cue off of them for ways that they handle situations or ways that they're involved in positives that come back on that, and having people to mentor off of. So that's really good in a very unique industry.
Yeah, absolutely. So Danielle and her company are around at like almost every event. So we've actually become like friends.
Yes.
So
that too. That's a good part too.
One thing that, we talked about earlier in the presentation is that, you always want to be professional, but it's okay to kind of get to a more personal level as well. Danielle, can you talk a little bit about how that fine line, or how you keep things personal, professional within, the confines of the workplace?
Absolutely. So people who are going to directly give me business, there's always going to be a line that I'm not going to cross. And it's like someone who's a potential customer, I'm going to be friendly with them and ask them, put that relationship first. And what I mean by that is when I go and talk to them, I'm not talking to them first about things that I want. I'm talking about things that they want. So they want to know that you have an interest in them as a person. They want to know that you're asking about their wife or their dog or their kid and what's going on with that recital, or what happened with this, or you just got a new car, like how are you liking it? And they want you to put that relationship first. So I tend to do that before talking about anything business related. So I'm probably going to skirt that line a lot more and really stay on the professional side of it, rather than being 100%, oh, today was crap, or really being negative about the industry or negative about it. I'm never going to be negative about my company or my coworkers with the potential customer. Whereas the venting side of it, or the leaning on each other side of it, when things are harder or there is more pressure, or you have bigger projects, being able to talk to someone else, either in your company or another vendor who works in the industry, or someone in the association, you can cross that line to where it's not 100% professional all the time. You can let your guard down. You can be a lot more friendly and really lean on them as you're growing in the industry.
And Danielle, if there's one piece of advice that you could give to someone that's new to our industry, either on the property side or the vendor side, what would you tell them about working with the association and the benefits?
So I genuinely believe that the associations are only as good as its members, and that you are going to get more, whatever you put into the association is what you're going to get back. So whether it's building relationships with other vendors and other clients, if you're not putting steps into that relationship and you're not making deposits into that bank, you can't withdraw. So that's really the biggest thing, is you get out of it what you put into it. And it doesn't always have to be looked at like it's a job. I look at it like it's an aspect of my job, and it's an expectation of my job that I'm involved. So we go to every single event. I try to make it to general membership meetings at least twice a year. Maybe I'm not going to make it to all four, but I try to go at least twice a year. I try to get involved with continuing education in the education committees. If there's a class that comes up that, okay, maybe this is information that I think I know, but maybe it's being taught by somebody who I don't have as much experience as they do, and I'm going to get something just from listening to them. So participate on the education side. I am a co-chair on two different committees, or two different councils, and then I'm a member on one of the committees, and that's important to me. Like that's where I build other relationships, and that's where I really invest my time, because the industry gives so much back to us. I have to make those deposits and I have to make those investments. So I do that there, and then try to participate in education. And I know there's other people who work for our company in this office, and they're on outreach and they're on legislation, and it's finding different areas that fit our personalities really well, where we can shine. Like he's really into the legislation side of it, and he wants to know exactly what's going on with every bill and be able to have a voice in those meetings. Whereas like I'm a planner and I like putting those things on. So it's finding an area in the industry that plays to my strengths where I can really give something back. And then it's finding areas where I can benefit and really invest more in my position, where I want to go, and what my personal goals are.
Thank you so much, Danielle, for your time.